Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage, Katie Mitchell! Hello! Oh, I missed my thing. Okay, I was going to say, guys, gals, and non-binary pals, please put your tiny goblin hands together for Katie Mitchell, which is more on brand, but it's fine, we've done it now. So yeah, hello! Welcome to One Woman Labyrinth. Give me a cheer if you've seen Labyrinth before. Yeah. Give me a cheer if you haven't seen Labyrinth before. Fuck yeah! Give me a cheer if you thought this was Pan's Labyrinth by Guillermo del Toro and will be sorely disappointed. Yeah! Good, but you won't be disappointed. One person at the back hasn't seen it because it's going to be a great show either way. So, hello, my name is Katie. I absolutely love Labyrinth. No, but it's amazing. My costume budget was so small because these are all clothes I actually own. My hair looks like this. But no, yeah, I will be. I'm dressed as the main antagonist of the film, the magnificent Goblin King Jareth, played by David Bowie. Oh no, wait a second. Some of you can see where this is going, but I can't tie balloons, so if you want to save your laughs until the end, that'll be better thematically. Now, I am Jareth from the Goblin King. It's great. I admit, when I was doing the dress rehearsals for this, I had this in, and then I had to go to a lecture halfway through, and I was like, when I took it out, I was like, I miss it. I suddenly understand misogyny now, just because it's like, it's great. But yeah, what was I going to say? Oh yeah, I have to, cool. This is the only bit of the show I don't know, and I fucking wrote it, which is really bad. But yeah, yeah, by rights, this should be bigger. It's amazing how iconic the Bowie bulge is. To say that this movie was produced by George Lucas, written by Terry Jones of Monty Python. It's got Cat from Red Dwarf in it. It's basically a massive fucking thing. But the most iconic part is David Bowie's crotch bulge. In fact, when I was doing the research for the show, I found a Web 1.0 page, which my computer refused to load for a good 10 minutes, purely about a religion based around David Bowie's crotch bulge in this movie. I shall read thus. This is a direct quote from the website, which is hilarious because it sounds exactly like my writing, which just shows like how the film has like influenced me. Anyway, David Bowie's area exists throughout the entire universe, flowing through and around everything that is, surrounding us perpetually in its crotchful goodness. Soon you too will be able to break its limits, or break the limits locked into your senses, so that you can see David Bowie's area bulging all around you and feel it expanding the tights of your life. It goes on like this for ages. It's so good. I'm going to put it on my Facebook page if you want to see it. They also have a quiz, like a very lengthy quiz to see what percentage David Bowie's area you are. 86%, just saying. But cool. I missed a bit about it earlier where I explained what the fuck I'm going to be doing tonight. So let's do that now. My name is Katie Mitchell, and about a year ago, I was in a pub, a bit tipsy, talking about stuff I could remember with various mates. And after my friend had got through the entirety of a modern Major General in a very steadfast fashion, I was like, okay, fuck you. I can do the entirety of the movie Labyrinth off by heart. You give me one line, and I will just do it. And I did, and they were like, oh, damn, we would pay up to £5 to see that, like, in mid to, or early to mid-November. So I was like, I'm going to do that. Anyway, I think I've got all of the, oh no, one more bit of admin. Because there's a lot of special effects in the movie, and they are bad, but they are there, so I need to like work around that. When I'm going like this, I'm going like, what, that one? That one is, I'm going out of the crystal ball, and then the crystal ball is here. Then I'm either going to be Jareth or I'm going to be me. And the line is so, like, thin sometimes. Oh yeah, another bit I forgot, which is, yeah, I thought I left my script at home and didn't revise this before I came on. This is my real hair, very much influenced by Jareth in the movie. And when I remember actually crying when my grandma told me that was a wig, and that in real life David Bowie has a crew cut, and I was like, oh, he must be an incredibly boring man. And didn't bother doing any more research for about 10 years. and then discovered. And then when I do the opposite and I go like, phew, suddenly like I'm inside the crystal ball and I'm in the scene and I'll be like Sarah or Hoggle or Ludo or any one of those other fabulous people. So yeah, I think that's all of the admin out of the way. Now sit back and get ready to enter the labyrinth. Lights. Through dangers untold and hardships unnumbered, I have fought my way here to the castle beyond the goblin city to take back the child that you have stolen. For my will is as strong as yours, and my kingdom is great. My kingdom is great. My kingdom is great. Damn, I can never remember that line. You have no power over me. Ow! Oh, Merlin. Bong, bong. Oh, Merlin, I don't believe it. It's 7 o'clock. Come on, come on. And so Sarah and Merlin, who is a dog, by the way, in case you didn't know, run home, and Sarah's ready to become the most annoying heroine in film ever, a title given to her by idiots who have no idea how time, humans, or narrative structure work. And I wrote about 1,000 words on the Sarah Defense Squad, which was very feminist and vitriolic, and again, I'm probably going to write it and put it on my Facebook page, but I boiled it down to 3 neat points, because this is a comedy show and no place for feminism. 1, Sarah's a teenage girl. Everyone hates teenage girls. No matter what she does, she couldn't do anything right, so fuck it. 2, she's 14 and a bit spoiled. She's allowed to be. She's a child. Thirdly, if she's not bratty and awful at the start of the movie, it doesn't make sense because she's it's a coming of age movie. If she was of age at the start, it wouldn't work. Like, she would be a really shit protagonist. She'd just be like, oh, I know everything, everything's fine, and the film would be 3 minutes long, and you would get significantly less crotch time. Anyway, Sarah arrives home, has a fight with her stepmother, and goes off upstairs. And so, oh no, not that bit yet. I've got another bit beforehand, so you can just like, wow. Sarah's a bit bratty, but her room like fantastically reflects the movie. There's a wonderful panning shot, which is my favorite shot in the movie. I've seen it a lot. And you get to see like Hoggle, Fieries, a little Didymus, loads of books, which have obviously inspired the movie. You also get to see one of those like handheld ball labyrinth things where you use that's not that joke, but it's not, but someone laughed the last time. Where you like tilt the board and make sure the ball doesn't fall down any of the holes, which is hilarious because as though the film flopped when it first came out in 1984. Was it 1984? No, it was 86. Yeah, Dark Crystal's 84, isn't it? What am I like? Although it was a flop when it came out, it did actually win an Oscar for most amount of holes fallen down in a fantasy film. Because it's a fantastic drinking game to play all the way through. If you take a shot every time someone falls down a hole, you will be thoroughly drunk at the end, and it's something I do at home. So every time I say, how do we end a scene, kids, you shout, fall down a hole. So we're going to do that now, okay? So how do we end a scene, kids? Fall down a hole. Sweet, you're doing amazing. So yeah, Sarah's in her room, and we need a chair for this. She's looking in a mirror. She's going through dangers untold and hardships unnumbered. I fought my way here to the castle beyond the goblin city to take back the child that you have stolen. Sarah, can we talk to you? There's nothing to talk about. You better hurry, you're going to be late. Well, we fed Toby and put him to bed. We'll be back at midnight. You really wanted to talk to me, didn't you? Practically broke down the door. Lancelot! She sees one of her teddies are missing. Someone's been in my room again. I hate that. I hate it. She's in her parents' room. I hate you. I hate you. Oh, someone save me. Someone take me away from this awful place. You want a story? You want a story, huh? Okay. Once upon a time, there was a beautiful young girl whose stepmother always made her stay home with the baby. And the baby was a spoiled child, and he wanted everything for himself. And the young girl was practically a slave. But what no one knew was that the king of the goblins had fallen in love with the girl, and he had granted her certain powers. So one night, when the baby was particularly cruel to the girl, she called on the goblins for help. Say your right words, the goblins said, and we'll take the baby to the castle, and you will be free. But the girl knew that the king of the goblins would take the baby forever and turn it into a goblin. And so she suffered in silence until one day she was tired from a day of housework, and she was hurt by the harsh words of her stepmother, and she could no longer stand it. Oh, all right. Knock it off. Stop it, I'll say the words. Listen, she's going to say the words. I can bear it no longer. Goblin King, wherever you may be, take this child of mine far away from me. God, that's not it. Where'd she learn that rubbish? It doesn't even start with I wish. Oh, Toby, stop it. I wish I did know what to say to make the goblins take you away. I wish the goblins would come and take you away right now. That's as hard as it. Oh, Toby, stop it. I wish the goblins would come and take you away right now. Toby, why aren't you crying? Sarah walks over to the crib. The room is dark, lit only by the flashes of lightning coming in through the double doors of her parents' bedroom. She reaches the cradle. She can see that the blanket is fuddled in a way that doesn't look like a baby. She reaches into the cradle to pull back the blanket, and like Richard Dawkins' ideal nativity, the crib is empty. The goblins are free now. They're like running around the floor, going up curtains, going through the bed. Sarah's wondering what the hell is going on. She's thrashing around, seeing all of these goblins like going in and out of her parents' bedroom, and all the time there's a barn owl flitting and like trying to get in through the double doors. She's thrashing around, and the goblins are closing in when all of a sudden the doors smash open, and a barn owl flies in, and it turns round, and in a CGI effect, literally too bad for them to put in the movie, so they had to cut it out. The Goblin King, the barn owl turns into Jareth, the Goblin King. You're him, aren't you? You're the Goblin King. I want my brother back if it's all the same. What's said is said. But I didn't mean it. Oh, you didn't. Please bring him back, please. I bought you a gift. It's a crystal ball. But this is not an ordinary gift for a girl who takes care of a screaming baby. Do you want it? And then forget the baby. I'm sorry, I can't. It's not that I don't appreciate what you're trying to do for me, but I have to have my brother back. Sarah. The crystal ball turns into a snake. Don't defy me. She throws it at Sarah's throat. You're no match for me, Sarah, but I have to have my brother back. You must be so scared. He's there, in my castle. Do you still want to look for him? Is that the castle at the center of the labyrinth? Turn back, Sarah. Turn back before it's too late. I can't. Don't you understand that I can't? What a pity. Oh, it doesn't look that far. It's further than you think. Time is short. You have 13 hours in which to solve the labyrinth before your baby brother becomes one of us forever. Such a pity. Then he disappears in a really cool way. Well, the labyrinth, it doesn't look that hard. Come on, feet. Whew. Cool, so Sarah's entering the labyrinth. The sun, or like the dawn, is just rising. The sun is rising, it's dawn. Yeah, that. And what will be the first thing Sarah sees on entering this magical, impossible fairy tale kingdom. It's Higgle, no, Hedgewort, Humphrey? Oh, it's Hoggle! Hoggle is amazing. Hoggle's, what was I going to say? Shit. Yeah, I lost my script, so I haven't revised it this time, but it's going to be funner. No, Hoggle is dirty. He's peeing on the clock. Basically, as disgusting as I thought he was when I was a child, he's become something of an inspiration to me now I'm grown up. Oh, shit, I'm so sorry. I got through a good few pages without, yeah, cool. Oh, yeah. This scene, it's really weird because Sarah's trying to get into the labyrinth and she's asking Hoggle questions, which Hoggle is showing either very early onset signs of dementia for or massive avoidance tactics and refusing to answer, which I don't understand this bit of the film. I like it, but generally I understand that, like, narratively Sarah's going through a road of trials in order to become a better person, but most of these things have a moral to them. The only moral in what Hoggle's trying to do is the difference between passive and active interrogatives. And that's not a dwarven riddle to a magical kingdom. That's GCSE English language. And as we've established, Sarah's 14 and she's allowed not to know this yet. But no, after literally 2 pages of dialogue on how to correctly ask questions, Hoggle finally lets her in. Inside the labyrinth, the dawn hasn't quite touched it. It's still sparkly and dewy, and you see 2 aisles which go on for infinity, like how Woolworths used to be. Everything's quiet until cozy, isn't it? Now, would you go left or right? Well, I don't know. Which way would you go? Me? I wouldn't go either way. If that's all the help you're going to be, you can just leave. You know your problem. You take too many things for granted. Take this labyrinth, for instance. Even if you get to the center, you'll never get out again. Well, that's your opinion. Well, it's a lot better than yours. Thanks for nothing, Hogwart. Oh, it's Hoggle. Don't say I didn't warn you. Yeah. And slams the doors behind him. What do they mean, labyrinth? There aren't any turns or any openings or anything. It just goes on and on. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe I'm just taking it for granted that it does. Hello? Did you just say hello? No, I said hello, but that's close enough. You're a worm, aren't you? Yeah, that's right. Oh, could you help? You couldn't by any chance help me through this labyrinth, could you? Who, me? Nah, I'm just a worm. Oh. Come inside, meet the missus. Oh, no, thank you. I have to solve this labyrinth, but there aren't any turns or any openings or anything. It just goes on and on and on. Well, you ain't looking right. It's full of openings. It's just you ain't seen them. Well, where are they? There's one just across from there. It's right in front of you. But there isn't an opening. That's just wall. There's no way through. Things aren't always what they seem in this place. You can't take anything for granted. Go on then. Thank you. That was incredibly helpful. Don't go that way. What was that? Don't go that way. Never go that way. Oh, thanks. Cool. You should have kept on going down that way. You should have gone straight to the castle. Cool. So Sarah's entering a different phase of the labyrinth now. Everything's more grown up with like trees and stuff like that. In the distance, you can actually see the Goblin Castle looming over them, and you can hear the screaming of a baby from it. As Sarah's walking through the labyrinth, she's using her lipstick to trace out whereabouts she's going on the floor, because she's a good protagonist and she's clever, people who don't like her. I will convert you all by the end. But yeah, she's working her way through the castle, and working her way towards the castle. Meanwhile, in the castle, we're in the throne room. Jareth sitting in a way which he only can. I love this. The goblins are, like, for all intents and purposes, fucking about. They're like shooting a pea shooter at a chicken. Toby is in a corner crying. Jareth is not happy. And so he needs to cheer him up. And there's only one thing we can do to cheer him up. One of them would be turning on my amp, which I don't think, no, I haven't done, so that was potentially embarrassing. Damn. This is shorter than it was last time because I bought my own. Also, look at my little amp, which is serving you all tonight. It's ridiculous. We had to get a smaller one of these so it would go down low enough for it to serve. Definitely shows that I'm a goth and not a metalhead that I'm doing a gig with that little thing. But yeah. Come over. I think we all know what's coming. You remind me of the Babe. Oh my God, come on. You're coming to a show about Labyrinth. This is the lines from Labyrinth. Like, this is a thing everyone knows. No one cares about the Fireys. Like, no one cares about that. This is the one bit. So, you remind me of the Babe.
What babe?
The Babe with the power.
What power?
The power of voodoo.
Voodoo?
You do.
Do what?
Remind me of the Babe. Quiet. A goblin babe. Well? You say you've seen the movie. I saw my baby crying hard as babe could cry. What could I do? My baby's love had gone and left my baby blue. Nobody knew what kind of magic spell to use. Slime and snails, puppy dog tails, thunder or lightning. And baby said, dance magic, dance magic, dance magic, dance magic. Put that magic spell on me. Jump magic, jump magic, jump magic, jump magic. Put that magic jump on me. Slap that baby, make him free. A nice fun fact about the movie, which most of you have seen, is that in this song, all of the baby noises are actually made by David Bowie himself. Because they got a baby in, and he, quote, kicked it and poked it to try and get it make a noise, but it wouldn't make a noise, so all of the ones in this song are actually David Bowie going, which is fun. In 9 hours and 23 minutes, you'll be mine. I saw my baby trying hard as babe could try. What could I do? My baby's fun had gone and left my baby blue. Nobody knew what kind of magic spell to use. Slime and snails, puppy dog tails, thunder or lightning. And baby said, dance magic, dance magic, dance magic, dance magic. Let that magic jump on me. Jump magic, jump magic, jump magic, jump magic. Let that magic jump on me. Slap that baby, make him free. Dance magic, 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 dance magic. Jump magic, 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 dance. Woo, thank you. I'm a comedian, not a singer, so thank you very much for that. Oh no. A hair. Cool. So, Sarah's been marking her way with the lipstick in the labyrinth. Oh no, it's this way. Well, dead end. Someone's been changing my marks. What a horrible place this is. It's not fair. You're right, it's not fair. Ha! But that's only half of it. Behind her are a pair of doors, each guarded by a pair of goblins. One goblin is tall and has a shield and is like this. The other one is much smaller and is, for some reason, hanging on upside down with his legs in the air, just like onto the shield. So that's good. Guess who has the most dialogue? This was a dead end a minute ago. No, that's the dead end behind you. It keeps changing. What am I supposed to do?
Well, the only way out of here is to try one of these doors. One of them leads to the castle at the center of the labyrinth, and the other one leads to
certain death. Ooh. Well, which one's which?
We can't tell you.
Why not?
We don't know. We don't know, but they do.
Oh, all right. I'll ask them. Oh, no, you can't ask us. You can only ask one of us. It's in the rules. And I should warn you that one of us always tells the truth, and one of us always lies. That's a rule, too. He always lies. I do not. I tell the truth. Oh, what a lie. Ooh. Okay, answer yes or no. Would he tell me that this door leads to the castle? Really? Yes. Then the other door leads to the castle and this door leads to certain death. How do you know? He could be telling the truth. But then you wouldn't be. So if you told me he said yes, I know the answer is no. But I could be telling the truth. But then he would be lying. So if you told me he said yes, I know the answer would still be no. Wait a minute. Is that right? I don't know. I've never understood it. Oh. No, it's right. I figured it out. I could never do this before. It's a piece of cake. How do we end the scene in the movie Labyrinth, kids? Help! Help! She's falling down a massive tunnel of hands which grab her and support her. Help! Help! What do you mean help? We are helping. We're helping hands. You're hurting. Would you like us to let go? Ah! Come on then. Which way? Which way? Up or down? Oh. Come on. We haven't got all day. Well, it's a big decision for her. Which way do you want to go? Yes, which way? Well, since I'm pointed that way, I guess I'll go down. She chose down. Is that wrong? Too late now. She's trapped in the oubliette. Quiet. She shouldn't have got as far as the oubliette. She should have given up by now. She'll never give up. Really? The dwarf's about to lead her back to the beginning. She'll soon give up when she realizes she has to start all over again. Well, laugh. Who's there? Me. Oh, it's you. Oh, no. Oh, it's you. Well, I know you were getting into trouble as soon as I met you, so I've come to give you a hand. Oh, looking around now, aren't you? This is an oubliette. Labyrinth's full of them. Really? I didn't know that. Oh, don't sound so smart. You don't even know what an oubliette is. Well, what is it? It's a place to put people to forget about them. Now, what you've got to do is get out of here. It just so happens I know a shortcut out of the whole labyrinth from here. No, I'm not giving up now. I've come too far. I'm doing okay. Of course you are, but it gets a lot worse from here on in. Why are you so concerned about me? I am, that's all. You know, nice young girl, terrible black oubliette. You like jewelry, don't you? Why? If you help me solve the labyrinth, I'll give you this. You like it, don't you? Oh, so. Well, okay. tell you what. You give me the bracelet and I'll show you the way out of the labyrinth. You were gonna do that anyway. Yes, well, that would make it a particularly nice gesture on your part. Look, if you can't take me to the center, take me as far as you can, then I'll do it on my own. What is that anyway? Plastic? Cool, plastic. Right. I'm not saying I promise nothing. I'll take you as far as I can, and then you're on your own. Right? Right. 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 Come on, let's get out of here. Don't go on. Turn back while you still can. Take heed and go no further. Beware, beware. Soon it will be too late. Oh, pay no attention to them. They're just false alarms. You get a lot of them in the labyrinth, especially when you're on the right track. Oh, no, you're not. Oh, shut up. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm just trying to do my job. Well, you don't have to do it to us. Beware of the path. No? Oh, please, I haven't said it in such a long time. All right, but don't expect a big reaction or nothing. Oh, no, of course not. For the path you take shall lead to certain destruction. Thank you very much. Oh, no. It's a crystal ball.
Well, what have we here?
Nothing.
Nothing?
Nothing. Tra-la-la. Your Majesty, what a nice surprise. Hello, Hedgewort. Hogwart. Hoggle. Hoggle, can it be that you're helping this girl? Helping? In what sense? In the sense that you're leading her towards the castle. Oh, no, I was taking her back to the beginning. What? A little trickery on my part. I told her we were going to the center. Hoggle, what is that plastic thing round your wrist? Oh, yes, my goodness, where did this come from? Hoggle, yes. If I thought for 1 second you would betray me, I'd be forced to throw you into the bog of eternal stench. Oh, no, not the bog of eternal stench. Oh, yes, Hoggle. And you, Sarah, how are you enjoying my labyrinth? It's a piece of cake. Duh. Really? And how about upping the stakes? Out of nowhere, a clock appears and moves forward 3 hours. But that's not fair! You say that so often. Make me wonder what your basis for comparison is. So, the labyrinth's a piece of cake, is it? Well, let's see how you enjoy this little slice. And then he disappears really coolly again. At the end of the tunnel, there's a rumbling, and out of the darkness is a whirling mess of knives and corkscrews and other things that look like they could kill a baby in a kitchen. What the hell? Sarah's wondering what the hell it is when Hoggle's like, no, the cleaners! Run! Run! The cleaners, the bog of stench. You sure got his attention. How are they going to get out of it? There's a dead end up ahead and like loads of whirly knives. Knives. They're coming at them. How on earth can we end this? Well, how do we end a scene in Labyrinth, kids? Fantastic. They actually go through a hole in the side of a wall, but it still works. It's a fantastic scene-ending way. Anyway, in the hole in the wall, they see a ladder going straight up, and Hoggle suggests they go up, and Sarah's like, no way, Jose. You were going to sell me out to Jareth this entire time. And Hoggle is like, girlfriend, please. I was telling him that so he wouldn't follow us. Duh. And they have an argument for a bit until Sarah realizes they have no choice but to go up it together other than like go back and face Jareth. Hoggle's allegiance is dubious at the moment because Sarah's given him a nice bracelet, but Jareth can horribly murder him. The thing is, he won't horribly murder him because this is a children's film, and while he'll happily, this is amazingly mind-taxing, I'm just going to stop. While he will like send a massive whirling mass of knives after Sarah and trigger warning spike Sarah later in the movie, the worst that Jareth can offer Hoggle is the bog of eternal stench. The bog of eternal stench is the Ron seal of fantasy punishments. It does what it says on the tin. If you get in it, you'll stink forever. Anyway, they climb out of the ladder out of a vase, which is on a table, and there's like a nice gap. And it's like, oh, where do they come from? It's a lovely visual gag, which I can't do for you in this format, so sorry. But they climb out. And Hoggle goes, right, that's it. I quit. Wait a minute, Hoggle! I said I didn't promise nothing. I said I'd take you as far as I can. You little cheat, you nasty little cheat. Well, don't try to embarrass me. I've got no pride. Oh, yeah? And she snatches his bag of jewels. And he's like, hey, that's my rightful property. It's not fair. No, it isn't. But that's the way it is. Sarah's learning a lesson. She's growing up a bit. And now that she's so grown up and mature, she celebrates this by bullying a little person, going, oh, The fight is interrupted by an old man who comes out of the labyrinth. He's got a fantastic beard and a fantastic hat with a bird on it. He looks like Gandalf with Big Bird sitting on his face. So, I meant to say on his head, and I've just realized what that sounds like. Can you do that to a cloaca? I don't know. I don't want to know. Oh God, I'm gonna have to cut this out. I'm showing this at uni. Sorry. Anyway, Sarah and Hoggle go up to talk to him. Going, a young girl. And who is this? My friend. And then Hoggle's like, oh? And what can I do for you? I need to get to the center of the labyrinth. Do you know the way? You want to get to the castle. How's that for brain power? Will you please be quiet? Sorry, I'm sorry. Okay. Sorry? Okay, finished? Finished. Oh. You see, quite often, young woman, the way forward is sometimes the way back. Sometimes it seems like we're not getting anywhere, when in fact, we are. We are. We are. Well, I'm certainly not getting anywhere at the moment. Join the club. And I think that's your lot. Please, leave a contribution in the little box. Sarah gives a ring after nearly giving some of Hoggle's stuff, and he goes batshit. Well, there's a couple of suckers. It's so stimulating being your hat. Why'd you give him that? He didn't tell you nothing. Well, I kind of had to. They walk through the labyrinth a bit more. Hoggle's like, Sarah, why did you call me my friend, or me your friend just now? Because you are. You may not be much of a friend, but you're the only friend I've got in this place. Huh, friend. I like that. Oh, good boy. Hoggle, are you my friend or not? No, I'm not. Hoggle looks after himself, like everyone. Hoggle is Hoggle's friend, and then runs away. Hoggle, you coward! Well, things aren't always what they seem in this place. I'm not afraid. She looks around the corner and sees a huge, massive monster hanging upside down from a tree. He looks like a cross between Chewbacca and a Highland cow. And he's being tortured by loads of tiny little goblins with really spiky hats. And they've got massive sticks with these little beasts on the end, which look like a cross between a guinea pig and a bat that have lived in a cave for 8,000 years. They've got like massive teeth, and they're torturing this poor beast. In the film, it sounds like they're saying a load of gibberish, but when you've, because I had to read through the script for this, they're actually making loads of weird references to Japanese cuisine. They're saying things like, oh, sake to him, bite him on the teriyaki, oh, my aching sushi. And which is so odd. You get the feeling that Terry Jones was writing this bit in Wagamamas right before the deadline and was panicking, just going, I'll just take anything off the menu, fucking just putting it in. Anyway, it's a horrible sight, and Ludo is hanging upside down. And makes eye contact with Sarah. Sarah's like, if only I had something to throw. And Ludo gives out one last, oh, and loads of rocks start piling up at her feet. Sarah doesn't think anything of this, of course, and starts throwing them at the goblins, causing their weird hats to spin round, and they start attacking each other. There's a kerfuffle, and then somehow they manage to run away. So Ludo's hanging upside down. Now stop that. Is that any way to treat someone who's trying to help you? Don't you want me to let you down? Ludo down. Okay, Ludo, is that your name? You seem like such a nice beast. Ludo. Okay, I'll let you down just a second. 1 second. Oh, I'm sorry. Come on, Ludo. Friend? That's right, Ludo. I'm Sarah. Oh, Sarah. Sarah, friend. Oh, that's right, Ludo. I've just... Yeah. No, wait 1 second. I've just got to ask you something. What? I have to get to the castle at the center of the labyrinth. Do you know the way? No. Oh, you don't know either, huh? I wonder if there's anyone who knows how to get through this labyrinth. Scene change. Get through the labyrinth? Get through the labyrinth? One thing's for sure, she'll never get through the labyrinth. Scene change. Hey, where did these two ugly characters come from? They're faced with another set of doors, but instead of the lovely, I forgot to tell you their names, the Scottish ones are called Tim, Jim, Alf, and Ralph. It's just a nice fact. But instead of the lovely Tim, Jim, Alf, and Ralph, the doors are guarded by 2 goblin knockers. And by that I mean bits of metal through a statue with which to gain entry and not goblin titties. One of the goblins has the knocker in his mouth, lucky devil, and the other one has the knocker running through his ears, which isn't as great. Sarah argues with these and takes this one out of his mouth. They're kind of like see no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil monkeys, except the deaf one is really annoying. But no, they talk to the one where they take the thing out of his mouth, and he tries to persuade them to go through this door, and Sarah's just like, I'm a strong, powerful woman, so I can be a bitch, and like asphyxiates him, so he has to have the knocker put back in his mouth, and knocks on it and goes through. They're into a different part of the labyrinth now. It's like kind of like a woodland. More than woodlands, it's like a rainforesty area, all very glittery and warm. It looks really nice, and Sarah's super confident. But Ludo doesn't have a bad feeling about this. Ludo's scared, and nothing should make the Cuddle Bunny scared. Anyway, we cut back to the castle. Baby's still crying. Oh, well, he's a lively little chap. I think I'll call him Jareth. He's got my eyes. It's just hilarious because no one's got David Bowie's eyes. Anyway, we cut back. Ludo's scared. Oh, take my hand. Imagine a big thing like you being scared. Yeah. See, Ludo, there's nothing to be afraid of. How do we end a scene in the movie Labyrinth? Ludo? Ludo, where are you? Ludo! Off stage. It's Hoggle. Ludo! Hoggle, help me! I'm coming, Sarah. Well, if it isn't you, and where are you going? Well, The little lady gave me a slip, but it just here's a now. So I'm off to go find her and take her back to the beginning, just like we planned. Huh. For a moment, I thought you were running to help her. Me? Oh, no. But after my warnings, no, that would be stupid. Oh, me, help her after your warnings. Oh, dear, poor Hoghead. Your lovely jewels are missing. Oh, yes, so they are, my lovely jewels, missing. But I must find them. But first, I'm off to take the lady back to the beginning of the labyrinth. Wait, I've got a much better plan, Hoggle. Give her this. He tosses the crystal ball to Hoggle, which turns into a peach in midair, which Hoggle captures. It ain't gonna hurt the little lady, is it? Oh, now why the concern? Well, she said we was, bosom companions? Friends? Oh, it doesn't matter. You'll give her that, Hoggle, or I'll tip you straight into the bog of eternal stench before you can blink. You don't think a nice young girl would ever like a repulsive little scab like you, do you? Oh, all right. And Hoggle, if she ever kisses you, it'll turn you into a prince. You will? Prince of the land of stench! So Sarah's wandering through the rainforest area when all of a sudden something jumps out at her. Yeah! What jumps out at her is a fiery one of a gang. Fieries look like a cross between a velociraptor and a glitter-glued Pomeranian, and act exactly the same. They're also, if you care to look into it, pretty much racist caricatures of black people, in the way that they're like hanging around, living, what's it called? The thing begins with a B. No, they don't have any direction in life. They lead a directionless life, or what? Vagrant. No, but that's racist, so no. I've forgotten that word, but fuck it. Anyway, yeah, no, but they leave it like harassing white women, like have dodgy Jamaican accents which only last half the song, as mine will. So, yeah, anyway, Sarah is trapped by them. Oh no, that's not how you do that. No. Don't got no problem, no problem. Ain't got no suitcase, no suitcase. If you don't, the people at the back, my bad Jamaican singing isn't what the song is going to be like, or the rest of the show is going to be like. Oh, they've gone, it's fine, fuck them. Ain't got no clothes to worry about, no clothes to worry about. What a bit to walk in on. Ain't got no real estate or jewelry, I got my to back me up. I just throw in my hand, throw in his hand with the chillest bunch in the land. That, oh no, that don't look much. They're so chilly, they positively glow. Ha! Chilly down with the Thigh Gang. Think small with the Thigh Gang. Bad heft with the Thigh Gang. When you thing gets wild, chilly down with the Thigh Gang. Think small with the Thigh Gang. Good times, bad food. When you thing gets wild, chilly down. At this point, everything gets absolutely mental as the fieries start pulling off their arms and their heads and like everything else. Sarah has no idea what the hell is going on and is very confused. So when things get too tough, and your chin is dragging on the ground, and even down looks up, bad luck. We can show you a good time, and we don't judge nothing at all. Just stretch your nasty stuff, wiggle in the middle, yeah, get your body going, Fire Gang. Chilly down with the Thigh Gang, think small with the Thigh Gang, bad heft with the Thigh Gang. When your thing gets wild, chilly down with the Fire Gang. Think small with the Fire Gang. Good times, bad food. When your thing gets wild, chilly down with the Fire Gang. Think small with the Fire Gang. Bad habit with the Fire Gang. When your thing gets wild, chilly down with the Fire Gang. Think small with the Fire Gang. Good times, bad food. When your thing gets wild, chilly down. Thank you. The last time I performed this show, I forgot the words to the second half, but I think that's no one's favorite one in the film. When I couldn't find the chords for that, so I had to tab it by myself, because there's like 89 variations of Magic Dance and Within You, and then no one wants to play the rest of them. But no, anyway, Sarah's running away from the Fireys who want to like take off her head so they can play with it, which is bad. They're really creepy, but they're not evil. They're just like out to have a good time, but have no moral compass. A bit like the Tory party. Anyway, they're following her. They're following her, and she's like stuck at a dead end. They're coming for her, and then all of a sudden Hoggle's like, grab it! And she manages to pull her way up because she's a strong female character in more ways than one. And gets to the top of the ramparts around the edge of the Goblin City. Sarah is super grateful. So, Hoggle, you came to rescue me. Mwah, mwah. No, don't do it. Mwah. How do we end a scene in Labyrinth, kids? Not so soon after the last one, surely. Yes. They they go down a series of chutes until, oh my God, what is it? I've never smelled anything like it. It's the bog of eternal stench, help. And she pulls him up onto a ledge. What did you have to go and do a thing like that for? What, rescue you? No, you kissed me. Oh, don't be so hard. I know you came back to rescue me, and I know that you're my friend. Did not, am not. I'm just here to get my property back and to give you this. And then we have like a half hole, like I've been wondering whether it counts as a hole. But anyway, they fall down and meet Ludo. No. Oh, no, Hoggle, it's fine. This is Ludo. He's a friend too. Oh, what? Oh, it smells bad. Oh, it does. Look, over there's a bridge. Stop, I say. Oh no, why have I blanked on this bit? That's really bad. This one's gotten a lot worse, because it's probably because I'm filming it. Stop! Aha! Stop, I say! Please, we have to get across. Without my permission, no one may cross. Oh, fuck, I'm so sorry. Oh, I love Didymus. I feel genuinely guilty, like, doing this. I'm like, actually, they're mates. Please, we've got to get out of this stench. No. Please, I've only got a little time left. Yeah, we've got to get out of this stench. Stench? Of what speaketh thou? The air is sweet and fragrant, and none may pass without my permission. Oh, get out of my way. I warn thee, I'm sworn to do my duty. Aha! Come on, let us get across. At this point, Didymus picks a fight with Ludo in the biggest act of punching above your weight since Lucifer's rebellion against God. It actually goes surprisingly well because Didymus is a quick-bound fox and Ludo is lovely, like too lovely and nice and confused for this shit. But then, like, when Ludo finally gets his act together, he manages to crush Didymus under a massive log 8 times his size. The dust settles when he pops out of the tree further up and goes, "Stop!" And says some other stuff as well. Oh, what was it? Enough, I say! Never before have I met my match in battle.
Yet this noble knight has fought me to a standstill.
Ludo, are you hurt?
Smell bad. Sir Ludo, if that's thy name, come, let us be brothers henceforth and fight for the right as one. Thank you very much. Ludo, get brother. Wait a minute, you forget my sacred vow.
But you just said Ludo was your brother.
I have sworn an oath, and I will defend it to the death.
Okay, let's handle this thing logically. What exactly have you sworn?
I have sworn with my life's blood that none shall pass this way without my permission.
Well, can we have your permission?
Yes?
Thank you, noble sir.
My lady.
So they go across and get to the bridge, which is rickety as hell. Sarah, starts going across. Oh, shit, that's my guitar lead. Don't do that.
Have no fear, my lady. This bridge has lasted for 1,000 years.
It falls down immediately. Sarah grabs hold onto a tree and is dangling far above the bog of eternal stench. If she falls in, she's going to stink forever. How the hell are we going to get out of this? When all of a sudden, oh, oh.
Sir Ludo, canst thou sit and howl when yon maiden needs our help?
Oh. And then rocks start coming up from the bottom of the bog of eternal stench. They start coming down the mountainsides and make a series of stepping stones. Really good.
Sir Ludo, can thou summon up the very rocks?
Sure, rocks, friends.
That's so cool, he can summon a rock. He's like a pteromancer or something, it's great.
I had a thing written there, but I missed my cue earlier, so whatevs. So, that's incredible, Ludo, and kind of hops down and goes across to join the others. There's a very good bit with, yeah, they go across and then,
Brutus, you can come out now. That's a boy.
and it's Merlin from the start.
My loyal steed. Come on, just close your eyes and go.
Then we have a dog riding another dog, which is something else you don't normally get in a U-rated movie, but it's fantastic. So they go across. The only one who's left is Hoggle. He's got his peach. There's no one around. He's going to drop it in when, out of nowhere, I wouldn't do that if I were you, but I can't give it to her.
Rumble, rumble, rumble. Was that my stomach or yours, Brutus? Hungry.
Yeah, well, we can't stop now. Maybe we could find some berries or something. Sarah, do you want this? Oh, Hoggle, thank you. You're a lifesaver. I feel strange. Hoggle, what have you done? Oh, damn me, you, Jareth. Damn me, too. So, get off. That's the... One of my hairs is attaching to it from earlier. Great. Anyways, Sarah's eaten of the peach and is now starting to hallucinate. She's sitting in the forest. The rest of them have gone on without her because she was one of the last of the group. She's alone in the castle far away in the center of the Goblin City. Jareth is sending out glass balls, which are also bubbles, and it's really cool, through the sky to come and get her. She's lying down in the haze and she sees them come in and she sees herself inside of them. Inside, she's in a massive ballroom full of humans. All of the humans are dressed as goblins. I should have moved this here a long time ago. Dressed as goblins. She's finally in the kind of adult environment she wanted to be in, but she doesn't know if she can handle it. It's all very nice and white and floaty. And on the other side of the room, she can see the Goblin King. There's such a sad love, deep in your eyes, a kind of pale jewel, no, pale jewel, open and closed within your eyes. I'll place the sky within your eyes. There's such a fool's heart, beating so fast in such a new dreams, a love that will last within your heart. I'll place the moon within your heart. As the pain sweeps through, makes no sense for you, every thrill is gone, wasn't too much fun at all. But I'll be there for you as the world falls down, falling, falling down, falling in love. I'll give you mornings of gold, I'll give you Valentine evenings, but we're strangers till now. We're choosing the path between the stars. I'll give my love between the stars. As the pain sweeps through, makes no sense for you, every thrill is gone, wasn't too much fun at all. But I'll be there for you as the world falls down, falling, falling, falling down, falling, falling, as the world falls down, falling, falling, falling. So, Sarah's suddenly starting to realize that everything's not as it seems. Everything, even though she's surrounded by everything she thought she ever wanted, she knows that something's not quite right, and she's dancing with the Goblin King, then sees the clock in the corner. It's only, it's 12 o'clock because it's a 13 o'clock clock, which is cool. I haven't done that bit before. But she sees she's only got an hour left on the clock. She knows that something's wrong, but she can't quite manage it. So she breaks away from the Goblin King and runs to the edge of the bubble. She's completely trapped. And in a really cool thing, smashes her way out in a chair. And then slowly floats down into a massive pile of rubbish. In the corner, or further away, there's Hoggle around a small campfire going, "Oh, what have I done? I've lost my only friend. That's what I've done." Meanwhile, Sarah's just starting to wake up. She looks at the peach and sees a worm crawling out of it.
Hey, get off my back!
We see a small goblin with all of her possessions. What was it called? All of her possessions strapped onto her back. She looks like a year 7 who's got PE and food tech on the same day.
Why don't you look where you're going, young woman?
I don't, I'm sorry.
Well, where were you going?
I don't remember.
Well, you can't look where you're going if you don't know where you're going.
I'm sorry.
Was this what you're looking for? Wasn't it, my dear?
It's not Hoggle, but all goblins have the same voice. He's a dwarf, so it's probably racist. Anyway. Yeah. And it's Lancelot, the toy from the start before Toby was ever taken.
Well, why don't you come in here and see if there's anything else you'd like,
the door opens and it's Sarah's room exactly as it was before. She runs in and like buries her face in the pillow and then goes, oh, it was all a dream, Lancelot, but it felt so real. And if this was like a year 10 creative writing exercise, this is where it would end. Thankfully, it's not. When, let's go and see if Daddy's back.
Oh, better to stay in here, dear. There's nothing you want out there.
Lancelot. She sits down at her desk, and the goblin starts to pack all of her possessions onto her. Like, oh, here's your Betsy Boo. You like that? Oh, you've got a printing game. Oh, here's your panda slippers. You know you like your panda slippers. You never wanted them throwing away. Sarah's confused. She knows that she's looking for something which isn't in the room. And she's like, finds the book with Labyrinth in. Through dangers untold and hardships unnumbered, I have fought my way here to the castle beyond the Goblin City to take back the child that you have stolen.
Well, don't you like your toys? Everything in the world about you ever cared about is all right here.
No, it's junk. It's all junk. I have to save Toby. At this point, all of the wallpaper and the facings on the room start crashing down around her. And in a wonderful act of ending a scene, Sarah actually crawls out of a hole and not into one, out of the trash and into the top. I'm proud of both her and Terry Jones for that one. She meets up with Ludo and Dynamis, who have been looking for her. They're at the gates to the Goblin City. Hoggle, who's been following Ludo and Dynamis, knows what's about to happen. And, oh no, goes off to rescue them in the future. Anyway, they walk into the gates to the Goblin Castle. This is the bit where I've written the most, and so I'm really sorry. Oh, I didn't put this in order after the last show. Okay, never mind. We're just gonna like... Nope. Okay, cool. Oh, I had good jokes in that as well. Fuck it, I might just find it. Because there's like 6 of you, but I want the 6 of you to be entertained. So they've made it to the Goblin City. They start walking through the gates, and they see it sprawled out in front of them in a small, or in a vast, small goblin kind of way. Just as they get through the first set of gates, though, they slam behind them, and a bigger set of gates come and like shut in front of her. And out of the two halves forms a massive goblin robot, 10 foot high, 10 feet wide, with them holding a massive fuck-off axe. Oh, shit. I'm so sorry. Oh, I missed a joke. Shit. Okay, never mind. It's not. It's the end of the comedy show. If you wanted jokes, you should have come earlier. Cool. Oh, yeah, Ambrosius does a hoggle at the sight of immediate danger and runs away, leaving Didymus not able to like fight the massive giant as he wants to, but to try and lure him out of a hole with food. The unwilling Shaggy to Didymus's Scooby-Doo. They got the massive robot who's going, who goes? And like marching its way towards Sarah and Ludo. They're trapped, there's nothing they can do. I'm wishing, oh no, that joke doesn't make sense because I didn't do it earlier. Fuck. Oh, this would be the one I'm filming, I'm so sorry. When all of a sudden, Hoggle is there running along the city walls. Sarah sees him, running along the city walls, where he jumps onto the head of the goblin, or on the head of the robot. He rips it off and ejects the tiny goblin sitting inside. Then gets in and tries to pilot himself, but he's obviously not drift compatible, as everything around him starts to buzz and steam and flash. He manages to get the massive axe stuck in the top of the masonry, and everything starts to explode. He jumps out at the last minute, falling 10 feet and landing with a thud. Hoggle, are you okay?
I'm not apologizing. Oh.
I'm so sorry.
I ain't ashamed of nothing I did, and I ain't afraid of I ain't interested in being friends. I ain't interested in being forgiven.
I forgive you, Hoggle.
You do?
And I commend you. Rarely have I seen such courage. You are a valiant man, Sir Hoggle.
Hoggle and Ludo, friends.
Here are your things, Hoggle. Thanks for your help.
Well, let's go get that rat that calls himself Jareth, right?
Right. And they walk into the Goblin City. Your Highness, Your Highness!
What?
The girl, the one who ate the peach.
What's of her?
Well, she, Sir Didymus and the dwarf, they've come through the gate and they're on their way to the castle.
What?
Stop, bring out the guards. Take the baby and hide it. She must be stopped. Move. Hey, I think we're gonna make it. Yeah, piece of cake. And all of a sudden, we have the goblin lancers, like loads of goblins with massive spears, loads of goblins with Gatling guns, loads of goblins on other kinds of goblins are just massing towards them. Ambrosius does his Ambrosius thing again and runs off in the opposite direction with a reluctant Didymus on board going,
No, you're going the wrong way. The battle is behind us. Can we please talk about this? Sit. If you don't turn around this second, I will never feed you again. That's better. I think we've got them surrounded.
As all of the lancers start surrounding them. Sarah, Hoggle, and Ludo ran off in a different direction. Sarah and Hoggle decide to hide in a very small goblin house, which Ludo can't get in without pulling the entire front of the house off and lumbering inside because he's big and cuddly and adorable. And he works his way up through the chimney. Yeah, I'll do that. To have a look and see what's happening upstairs. Let's see what's happening. A tiny goblin from down below goes,
Hey, go in there. You're surrounded.
Surrounded?
Ludo, call the rocks! Now, as a one woman, I have to mime a lot. When it came to the idea or the concept of me as a one woman miming hundreds of rocks invading a goblin city, I was turning up blank, so I decided I'd let you do it all for me. I've got grey balloons. I want you to blow them up. And I'm going to be a series of goblins. I'm going to run through you, and you're just going to throw them at me, and it'll be great.
Why did you have to sit at the back?
All right, I'm going to throw these hard. I didn't do very well in PE, in case you can't tell by the look at me. Anyone else need some? Cool. So, while I was doing that, I should have been going, oh, 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 oh. Are you all ready? It's harder than it looks, isn't it? You were all laughing at me at the start with my crotch balloon. Oh, cool, you're all ready. Ah!
No!
Oh, I've forgotten the lines of the labyrinth. I always forget the bits at this point because I'm having too much fun. It's great.
Next time, surrender! I've had enough. I'm going to bed.
Oh, I'll throw them at myself. Cool. Anyway, they reconvene, and they find the gate. They find the entrance to the castle at the beginning, the middle of the Goblin City, which Ludo opens the doors to. They reach the throne room to see that it's empty and they've only got 15 minutes left. They see a single staircase, which is the only way Jareth could have gone.
Ah,
I must have gone this way.
well, come on then.
No, I have to face him alone. Why? Well, that's the way it's done. Well, if that's the way it is done, then that is the way you must do it. But remember, fair maiden, should you need us, should you need us for any reason at all, I'll call. Thank you. Thank all of you. She enters a room. She enters the room. It's in a massive MC Escher-like style room. There's staircases leading into the floors and into the walls. There's impossible doorways. The gravity is wrong, and this is the scene of their final meet. Oh yeah, I need to get this. This is only the second time I've done this, so thank you for bearing with. You've been great. Cool. Is this on? Ooh. Cool. There we go. How you turn my world, you precious thing. You starve and near exhaust me. Everything I've done for you. I move the stars for no one. You've come so long, you've come so far. Your eyes can be so cruel, just as I can be so cruel. Though I do believe in you, yes I do. Live without your sunlight, love without your heartbeat. I can't live within you. You're right, the songs do get significantly better as they go on. So well. So, at the end I was supposed to yell Toby, so Toby! Because she sees him on the floor and then makes a final leap of faith and jumps off in the final episode of Falling Down a Hole. She lands, as she jumps off, everything fractures and she's just in like a pinkish purple mist on a vague bit of floor. Everything's falling apart around her. The Goblin King, and I think his 5th outfit of the movie, comes in going, do, 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 do. Give me the child. Sarah, beware. I've been generous up till now. I can be cruel. Generous? What have you done that's generous? Everything! You asked for the baby to be taken, I took it. You have cowered before me. I was frightening. I have reordered time. I have turned the world upside down, and I have done it all for you. I'm exhausted from living up to your expectations. Isn't that generous? Through dangers untold and hardships unnumbered, I have fought my way here to the castle beyond the Goblin City to take back the child that you have stolen. Sarah, wait. Look what I'm offering you. Your dreams. For my will is as strong as yours, and my kingdom is great. I ask for so little. Just fear me. Just do as I say, and you can have anything that you want. My kingdom is great. My kingdom is great. Oh, damn, I can never remember that line. Just fear me, love me, do as I say, and I will be your slave. My kingdom is great. My kingdom is great. You have no power over me. You have no power over me, power over me, power over me. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Everything fades to black, and Sarah's back in her house in her hallway. just as the clocks are striking 12 midnight, the owl, which is presumably Jareth, flies out the front door and somehow shuts it behind him, which is the only polite thing he's done this entire movie. She goes, and she realizes, Toby, and runs upstairs. Toby's fast asleep in his crib. I think Lancelot should belong to you now. She goes back to her room. Oh no, I shouldn't have done that. It was cooler before. Oh, so yeah, she's back in her parents' room. Toby's still there. It's cool. Sarah, are you home? Yeah, I'm home. There's a mirror right in front of her next to the cradle. Goodbye, Sarah. And remember, fair maiden, should you need us? Yeah, should you need us for any reason at all. I need you, all of you. I just, at some points in my life, for no reason at all, I need you. Well, why didn't you say so? The room is filled with everyone she's met on her journey. There's a fiery who somehow got in, but there's Didymus, there's Ludo, there's a load of goblins who are just continuing to fuck about. Oh no, that wasn't the bit I was supposed to go, it was that bit. Everyone's having a round. Sarah's got through the labyrinth. She's reclaimed Toby. The only person who's not at the party is Jareth. There's a little barn owl on the branch out in a tree outside of Sarah's house. He didn't get invited to the party because roofing a teenage girl and also sending loads of knives at her and trying to kill her sibling like 80 times is not a good way to befriend them. You remind me of the babe. Oh my God. Sorry. I've forgotten so much of this, so you're allowed to forget that one bit. So 1, 2, 3, I'll give you a warning. You remind me of the babe. The babe with the power. The power of voodoo. The power of, oh no, you do. You do. Remind me of the babe. Not easy, innit? Anyway, thank you very much. You've been so amazing. Hendrix, cool. Anyway, yeah, thank you so much. This has been